just landed in Leadership and Enlightenment, a podcast where the guests are exceptional humans that have faced their fears to crest into their best selves, growing into a way they can help their communities, creating opportunities, and sharing their secrets and their tips that they learned along the way. Without further ado, here we are, my friends. Have a great time today and enjoy Leadership and Enlightenment. Chan, welcome to the show, my friend. It's so great to talk to you
Thank you for
today.
having me.
Yeah.
Likewise. I was really excited to be on the podcast.
Well, I think we connected, about a year ago? We were talking about your
Yes.
business.
Yes, sir.
Well,
That's correct.
has it been growing since then?
It is indeed it is. We have grown a lot. I had some inventories for, yacht selling. Previously, we were in yacht chartering. Recently, we got some inventories to sell. So now we are all together into industry. Like we are selling a yacht, then we are, yacht chartering. Everything is happening.
Wow. It's an exciting business for the audience.
It is.
And Chan's involved in luxury yachts throughout the world. He's available to help and assist clients in any kind of setting. We're going to get into that later. But before we do that, Chan, one of the things that you and I really had a good time talking about is like how we grew up together in a different way.
Right.
And, we live on this big rock. We call it Earth or whatever the word we want to use is. And you're doing business in a way that's crossed into my business. And we're from two different places. And that to me was just so interesting. Can you share something share some information about your childhood and growing up and where you grew up at?
Sure. So, I born and brought up in Delhi. I'm from Delhi. I'm from India. So born and brought up in Delhi, and I did my high school from here, everything. And currently, if I talk about, I'm staying in India right now, and I'm running my business from India all across the world. So since since I was a child, I was very fascinated about the yachting, about the water and all the fishes and everything, like a usual childhood. So I always wanted to get something, I always wanted to get into yachting or maybe something similar to that. Okay. So I was just thinking like what I can do. I always wanted to start my own business. I was thinking what exactly I can start. And yachting is the one thing, that came across my mind, which I always wanted to do. So I just, start my business, start reaching out to people, start connecting with people all across the world, launch my website, everything, but it's been hard because, this is not a kind of industry that you just get in. And it's not like if you see a real estate, it's kind of easy to get into. It's not very, complicated, but these, chartering is something you have to, really push yourself. And it takes a lot of time, your patience to get the clients, to get the inventories, and people started knowing you because people in the beginning, who is this guy from India? What is he doing? His name is Chaitanya. Who is this guy? And what kind of business he can do? He just started his business. So people usually, don't give you opportunity. It's not about they are being, rude. It's just that, they don't want to waste their time.
Well, and they got to get to know you at some point, right?
Exactly. But there are people, who give you a chance, and I'm really, glad I came across to those people. Those are the very, good people I came across. They gave me opportunity to, Chan, man, just take it, do whatever you want, just give us a booking. I said, all right, this is what I was looking for, So I got the inventory, get on my, website and, start reaching out to people, start learning about things. And that's how, it's started. This is how it's going. Yeah.
Well, I want to peel you back a little bit just so that we can get to know you a little more. So growing up in Delhi, I mean, all of us have dreams. We all grow up in different scenarios. And I grew up in Las Vegas and we didn't have a lot of resource in Las Vegas as kids. We were growing up in the middle of the desert and we had to figure out how we were going to get ahead in our life. And a lot of that was connections, making friendships and relationships.
Right.
When you were a kid in Delhi, were your other friends also interested in business, or were you just the one that was interested in business?
No, I was like an alien, exceptional one. My friends, those are not the one, who's into, because usually what happen, people like I'm from the middle class background. So people from those kind of backgrounds, they don't think about starting their business. They think about this, get the graduation, get the degree, and get a decent job so that they can have the survival. And since I'm from India and, from Delhi, I mean, there are a lot of opportunities. I always wanted to, I always have a faith in myself that I will do something big. in the
Yeah.
future. I'll definitely do something big. That's something always in my heart. But, in the childhood, you don't know about these kind of industry because you're never, exposed to these kind of industry. You're just exposed to work and, basic, you can do the 9 to 5 job or IT,
Yeah.
which is nothing bad about it, but it's just that,
No.
everyone has their own choices.
Yeah.
I started, just thinking about that what I can do, and my friends, they just want to have a decent job. Even I
Mm-hmm.
also, in the very beginning, when I was in a childhood, we talk about some people tell that, I want to become doctor. Some people say, I want to do the engineering, I want to do the IT. So I always say, man, do whatever you want to do. I know I have to do something. I don't know. I haven't figured out yet, but I'll do something big.
Right. Yeah.
So
Well, that's exciting though
that,
when you're that age, right? And you feel it. Where was it
yeah.
like there's something around you that was driving you in that feeling too? Like you knew like there's a bigger power, or was it something that like different?
I don't know. I don't know. It's something in my brain, in my heart itself. I don't know. It's maybe God gift or something because, like I said, we
Yeah.
don't have much exposure there.
Mm-hmm.
Yachting is not a very famous thing in India. It is in some part. In Goa, there's a place in Goa
I
which
see.
famous for yachting beaches. And then Mumbai, which is also known for yachting. But there's not much
Mm-hmm.
exposure there, like Europe, like Miami.
Yeah.
So there's never in my mind that I will start a yachting business, but there's always something that I will do something big and I will start my
That
own
keep hitting you.
business.
Yeah, keeps hitting you in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
heart,
yeah.
right?
It's
Yeah.
it's maybe because of the movies or I don't know, but there's something which influenced me, or maybe this God gift.
Yeah.
They just tell me that you will do something big. Just keep
I
going.
think so. I
So
think so,
yeah.
brother. So
So
when did you
that's
get
the thing.
started? Was it out of high school that you started getting into a business, or did you go on
No.
to other education?
So yeah, so on the high school, I started working. Okay, I started my journey as in a real estate company. Okay,
Okay.
and where my job is like a broker, similar like a broker. I go and show apartments, and but those are the rental apartments, and in the India, in the Delhi. And then I somehow got a chance to come in call center. Someone helped me, like my family helped me, and my friends helped me to get a job in call center. So I
Mm,
started my journey there, and I always tell someone, if you want to do something, if you want to learn something, please start a journey from the call center. I'm not saying
okay.
everyone has to, but the reason is that you get a lot of exposure when you join call center because you learn the communication skill, then you learn,
Yeah.
the skill to know people, how to talk to them and how to, get the client. You learn sales unintentionally. You learn sales by talking
Yeah.
to people, by, knowing their, psychology, human psychology. So I always tell someone, if you want to start somewhere, just start from the call center and then do whatever you want to do.
I love that.
So yeah, started with call center, work in there like 1 or 2 years. Then also, started another call center. I started with a call center where we used to, rent the apartments. And then I switched to someone asked me that, my family member, they told me there's one opportunity, okay, which is of USIT recruitment. Would you like to join it? I said, I love to,
Mm,
whatever is happening in, abroad. And if I can take a part of it, why not? So I joined that company. I worked there for like 2 years, I guess. I worked there, learned a lot of things. It helped me a lot. Very good people I came across in the company. And then one day, luckily, my elder brother, he asked me that, would you like to join me? Like he run his own business of, rental apartments. We have rental apartments in Manhattan. So he,
cool.
asked me that, would you like to join us? I said, why not? This is what, I
Yeah.
wanted to do, something, big. So join there, work with my brother since now also I'm working, on and off, but of course I'm working with him. Lucky to get a job, learn a lot of things from that work because that's purely, we are engaging with American clients, helping them get apartments, everything. From there on, and one day, I was thinking like, I should start my own business because I always want to. So there on, I thought, what is the one thing I love about? And I can do, I enjoy the most, and I never get bored about it. And the answer come that is yachting. This is something I
Bingo.
fascinate about. And
Check the
yeah, bingo,
box. Yeah,
boom.
man.
And I just, I just decided whatever happened, I don't know how it will happen, but I
Yeah.
will do. I don't know. I will do.
Let's slow
And
down.
I
Let's
just,
slow down there for just a second, bro, because you're hitting it right on the mark right now. I love to reflect back and show the audience how much work you put in before you even realized what you wanted to do. But you kept driving into the instincts that you were going to do something, and you weren't waiting for it to be there for you before you learned all these techniques. I mean, spending time in the call center, that teaches you about how to dig deep in that communication, and then moving abroad and living in another area and learning how to communicate with a foreign country and mannerisms and how that they communicate. That's where a lot of this strength comes from. But when you fall into that one thing that you love and you know that that's the right thing, all of a sudden your spirit opens up and you realize, like, oh my gosh, this is my dream. This is what I can do. And I could
right.
do it because I have these skills and these tools that the universe gave me along the way. And even though they
Mhm.
felt like it was a hard work, look where you came from going through high school to now. It's amazing. And how old were you when you finally realized that you wanted to do the yachting?
I was like, it's been only 2 years. It's not a much of a time. It's just been 2 years. I just started, in 27 years of my age, I realized,
There you
I
go.
should start this
Okay.
business. Okay.
Yes.
I didn't start it very early, but yeah, on 20,
Yeah.
I realized that, now this is the time. You should do something,
So
you
you're
have
two
some
years
capital.
in. You're 2 years into your
Yes,
business now. So now we can
right. That's correct.
talk about the 5-year business model and how you feel you're growing into your business model and what it feels like to be in the second year. I mean, I'm sure the first year was pretty scary when you got in.
It is indeed, yeah. So when I started, like I mentioned, when I started, I, try to reach out to people, but you are very new, you don't know about stuff, and I never worked under anyone. If you talk about the yachting, I never worked in a company. Just like I'm starting something from scratch, not experiencing anything, just on a basis of I just want to do something, and just for an instant, I will do it. It will happen, and by seeing the videos and everything. But then I start reaching out to people. It's like building a house.
Hmm.
When you want to build a house, you buy a brick. You buy brick, then you buy cement. Then you buy, you hire some labor, to make the house. And the same way, I made a website. Start reaching out to people. I start learning about yachting. And luckily, like I said, beautiful people. They gave me opportunity to, okay, this is the inventory. Just help us with the booking. Let's see what you can do. From there on, it started. Of course, it's scary because people don't, and the worst part about it, you don't know how to get bookings in the very starting, in the very beginning,
Hmm.
because you're not from
Yeah.
the industry. You don't know how to get bookings. So I
Yeah.
start figuring out what are the platforms I can work with, what are the, things I can
Hmm.
use, how to get a client. Gradually, I learned, this is the roadmap, you get the inventory, you put it on these platforms, you get
Yeah.
clients, you start connecting with people, you get
Hmm.
connections. People refer you some people, that these are the people looking for a yacht. Can you help them? I said, of
Yeah.
course, this is what I'm, waiting for. This is what I'm ready.
Yeah.
So this is how, and of course, it's been scary for the 1 year, but then I start realizing that, this is something I can do. I think I'm doing it in a right, roadmap. I have a plan of action. Everything is great. I just have to put more efforts. I just have to
Hmm.
be consistent. I just have to
Yep.
be patient and it will happen. And now, things are happening.
That's
We got
beautiful.
some good bookings. We served
Right.
some good people. And then, like I said, we're recently starting a, a yacht selling business as well. So we have some good inventories to sell. And yeah.
What I think is really cool is that I think the reason why you're so successful in your business is that you didn't depend on somebody else's knowledge. You created your own knowledge. And when you created your own knowledge by going in there and just banging your head into it, like, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to call, I'm going to figure it out.
Mm,
Then you learn. And so that you can pass on that wisdom. I think that's when the universe really gets excited about us as our human development, and that what we do on this planet is when we put the effort in to learn and we know we can
mm,
learn, then it's just time. How much time do you
right,
need to learn these things? And you could
right,
become the
right.
expert. And that's, anybody out there that's thinking about starting their own business, Chan is giving you the roadmap right now of how to do it. The first is you invest in yourself. You learn about yourself. You do the call center work. You do the things that you don't think you want to do, but you learn. And then when you get out there and you're excited, you don't wait for somebody else to tell you how to do it. You jump into the
Mhm.
water and you start swimming and you make it happen the best. Is there a
Mhm.
daily routine you have, something you tell yourself to make yourself feel better about growth and how to feel more confident?
I think you cannot be motivated all the time, to be honest. Every day is not a rosy day. You cannot be motivated. The one thing you can do is about being consistent. You know, that's the only thing. But I always do the way I motivate myself. I mean, everyone has their own style, but I would say I would name it as make myself awake to do something. Kick my ass. You have to do something. So
Mhm.
this is the best thing I do. I start my day with just with the music, which gives me
Mm.
alive. That's my thing. It's kind of funny, but
Connects you
this is how
together, huh?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I just grab my coffee or tea, just the music and start working. Then we have to do something, and the best part to do something is to the very beginning of your day, just understand and just write down everything. What are you going to do today? Whom are the people you're going to reach? What kind of business are you going to create? Okay, where we are lacking. Okay, how we can fix things. Okay,
Yeah.
these are the things I make in my mind. I don't have a book or something. I
Mhm.
don't use that very basic thing. It's everything is in my mind. I
Yep.
always think about what I want to do in the day, and that's how I start my day.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah,
Yep.
to make myself awake,
You hold
music is
yourself
my
account
medicine.
and you hold yourself accountable to the business. And you're the CEO to your business, but your business is telling you, I have to do this today. You have to act this way. You have to think about these
Right,
things. And sometimes
right.
they're not perfect. Sometimes they're things that make you feel uncomfortable, but you
Mm-hmm,
know that if you're going to have that growth, you're going to get in there and you're going to do that work and you're going to really figure out what that next step is. But I think that, you have the magic sauce, my friend, because it's not about understanding what you wanna do, it's going with the feeling
mm-hmm.
inside that you're gonna do it, and you listen to that voice and you keep moving.
Right. And when you love something, the things automatically happen. You just think
Yeah,
about it and it will happen. So to do something is always, you have to visualize that thing. I'm doing
yeah,
this work. I'm
yeah,
sitting
for
with these
sure.
people. I'm getting
Yeah,
to, these kind of, and the best part, if you want to be successful, if you not even, I'm not talking about successful, if you want to be consistent, just hire someone, you know.
yeah,
If you don't have,
yeah,
if you don't have much salary, don't give them much salary. Don't hire someone who has, a lot of experience. Hire someone with no experience. Give them
mhm.
little salary. Teach them how to work. Teach them about your
Ah,
work, and that people make you awake every
I
day. Because
yeah,
now
because
you
you
cannot
have yeah,
relax because you
responsibility.
have a responsibility. Exactly.
Very good. Yeah, I get what you're saying. That's great. Yeah, and take on a mentor, a mentee, maybe even somebody just out of school that really just wants to learn how to do business. And you're giving back into the energy reciprocally by doing that. You're feeding back into the community the right way, and
Right.
that creates a bigger energy.
Right. And while teaching them, you will also learn things because
Hmm.
because they are coming to you with the, new problems that, this has happened. And this is,
Yeah,
the person is saying this thing. What will I reply? What can I say about it? Then you will use your brain. Then you will think about it. Okay, what I can do? And those are the
yeah,
people, make you awake and make you work because now you have a responsibility. You have to pay them every month. You have to, make sure they are going on the right path because they are also dependent on you. Now you have
yeah,
to take care of them. You have to give them
yeah,
good guidance. You are kind of a
yeah,
mentor for them. So that's the
yeah.
only thing. It's
Well,
pretty
you
pretty
are.
simple.
You're a leader, and that's why you're on this podcast. It's leadership enlightenment. So far I can see the light works within you, my friend. It's been working within you since you were a child. It gave you motivation. Like anybody that's an athlete or a musician or an artist, they get the same inspiration. I believe as people, we all get our own inspiration. It's just, are we listening to that music in our own ear? And when you hear it and you know what it is, you get out there, start singing your own song, you start to mentor, you bring in that energy into a bigger place and you develop your community spirit around that. And that's why you're a leader and why you really offer those talents. And that's what this
Hmm.
whole thing is about, is for, us to learn that it's not about how we dress or our title
Hmm.
or, what we say. It's what we're doing every day and how we
Right,
bring that into
right.
existence. Yeah.
Exactly, exactly. There's nothing to be more professional with the clothing or anything. There's nothing to do with that. There's the only thing which is be consistent, learn every day, do the same thing, and you will reach somewhere.
Yeah.
Simple
Yeah.
thing.
You
If you
great,
want
great, great example. I think you have the
Yeah.
wisdom already out. Well, so now let's shift into your business. Let's use
Mhm.
the end of the podcast to talk about your business. Tell the audience how and what you do, where you work in the
Okay.
world, and how they can get a hold of you.
Sure. I would love to. The company called, as I mentioned, it's Blue Lagoon Yachts. That's the company I'm running. Okay. So it's a global yacht charter company. And we have yachts all across the world. You just name it. We have in France, we have in Spain, Italy, USA, Miami, everywhere. You just name it. We have everywhere. And we have yachts ranging from a small yacht to 25, 30 feet to 135, 140 feet, So we cater all kind of clients, not a specific one, all kind of clients. My main idea is to help all kind of clients and nobody will, go by not getting anything. Whoever come to me will be, and get something, they'll never be
Cool.
disappointed. So that's the one thing. They can definitely reach out to us over the Blue Lagoon Yachts platform. We have all kind of yachts for all kind of requirements. The hourly charter, we have the weekly charter, we have the half day charter, the day charter, everywhere to buy everywhere. You just name it. Okay. Apart from that, we recently received some inquiry, the inventory for sale. Okay. So if someone is looking to invest money in sale, which is, a very good investment, I would consider a good than real estate because, yacht will give you a good kind of, rental yield, right?
Mm.
So and the best part about it, we have the most saleable yachts, okay, which are the standard one. People usually, book it for their day
Mm-hmm.
charter and their half day charter. Those kind of yachts we have, which are available for sale. And on the same time, we also have a yacht which is available for the people who want to invest a big money for all kind of clients, big yacht like 130 feet, 140 feet,
Wow.
Same goes to the charter. Yeah, we have a very good inventory. Like I said, all across the world, all kind of yachts, because that's the whole idea. Blue Lagoon Yachts is only made for cater to each and everyone, not for the specific gentry. That's the whole idea.
I love it.
Biggest inventory, all kind of yachts, all destinations, all season. You just name it. We have everything. One-stop
Brother,
solution.
I love it. Well, I mean, I can see where your vision comes from. And even being in the events industry, I can't speak to yacht rentals. I have no
Mm,
idea, and I think to
mm.
have you as a friend is priceless in my world. And you're always going to get that phone call from me. And I know everybody out there is going to want to call you too. Thanks for your time today, my
Thank you.
friend. And I
Thank you.
appreciate your wisdom. I love how you built your
Thank you.
business. You're a true leader, my friend.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for having me on podcast. And it's always
Yeah.
great to, talk to you. Your energy is amazing, man.
Thanks,
It's
brother.
always
I
great.
appreciate you.
Yeah.
All right. We'll
Thank you.
catch up soon.
All right. Thank you.
Well, there we go. Another amazing example of the universe working in its magnificent way today. Appreciate you showing up and look forward to seeing you again at Leadership and Enlightenment.